Trade recap. All right. Today is Tuesday, September 2nd. We had news at 10 a.m. and then Trump speaking at 2 p.m. The 10 a.m. news was a red folder news. And let me show you. And then I'm going to show you the charts. So, over the weekend, yesterday was Labor Day, but over the weekend into today, price just kept falling. Now, last week we had been pushing all-time highs. So, I guess relief is to be expected. Relief is to be expected after pushing all-time highs. So I marked out 915, the 915 candle high and low. And since we had been in bearish order flow, I was looking for, let me just show you. So we had been continuing down 930, and then let's go to the 5-minute time frame. By the way, on the left, this is the S&P 500, and on the right, that is the NASDAQ. So on the S&P 500, we had 930, and then price started to rally. Mind you, we had been at the bottom of the downtrend. Price had been at the bottom of the downtrend. Therefore, it had been making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, now a lower high. So what I was looking for out of this would have been for price to maybe come out of here, take out recent draws, and then come down. But as you can see, we rallied, and then price started to slow down. But so did volume. Volume started to slow down too. So we had the 930 through about 10 rip to the upside, and then price started to just slow down and consolidate, where now we are seeing a break of structure to the downside. So what we would be looking for out of this would be for price to come down and continue to fall. What I would need for entry would be for price to start to increase in volume and bearish. So bearish order flow, bearish volume increasing, and then I would enter on the way down on a candle closure out of the orb opening range. And then on NQ, it's been very similar to ES. NQ has been the leading index though. So while price on ES made this 930 bearish candle, this lower low, lower closure, we only wicked on NQ before pushing high. And in my mind, I wasn't looking for. I was trying to think about it to say whether this move, because don't take the first move. First move could be just manipulation, which it was today. First move up, and as you can see on the daily, we are at like down 1%, 1.25, or not 1.25, but we're down 1%, almost 1.25. So, over 1.25 on NQ. So 1%. So, and if you don't know, on the S&P 500 as well as NASDAQ, as well as NQ, 1% is significant. That's a significant move. So to see continuation would make sense. But to see okay, so what my point of saying the down 1% was, it's like price doesn't nearly reach these levels. This is more occasional. And for us to see this rally to the upside and then for price to come back down here, almost touch orb, to think that price might push higher, it might be realistic looking at like these recent draws to the upside, but we're still down 1%. So on the daily, we're still bearish. So to go bullish on that it's kind of risky. Well, I guess everything's risky, but it's more risk than reward, in my opinion, because we're like 70 ticks away from, you would be 70 ticks away from placing a position. Now would be up here. And if we're bearish on the daily, you're hoping to get up here. It just doesn't feel likely. Not unless we see volume increase to the upside. But what I'm looking for is a volume increase towards the higher time frame direction. But then again, it is 11, and I'm out, honestly. So this does look nice, though. And then let me show you on the news. So we also have news tomorrow, news Thursday, and then news Friday. Thursday doesn't really look like a great day to trade, but we can see how it is. Taking one day at a time, right? I got to fill out the perfect trader. No trades. First of the month, second of the month. I guess your first take profit could have been hit. Or no, there would no be. Yeah, there would be no trades taken, honestly. All right, let's fucking go. We filled this gap. Low key. Honestly, I'm like contemplating hopping in. I'm gonna answer. The music, what we wanna do. I'm gonna enter. I'm gonna target the halfway point of the orb. Somebody's coming here to pick up some hair dryer, bro. We broke structure to the upside. We retrace back down. It's just the fact that we're down 1% on the daily. It's just is not. This does not feel fucking motivating. Honestly, I'm just gonna wait. But she's gonna drop 300. Cowboys think I look crazy. Nah, I'm chilling. What we want to do? It's all we want to do. Sing and dance. Play with 2C2. I want to make it simple. We don't need no music. Yeah, so we're just continuing down. That's what I see from this. I was going to hop in. I saw this. What I'm looking at, honestly, is the fact that price had broke structure to the upside, and then I was looking at this as maybe retracement, but bearish order flow is continuing. We're not closing above this orb for now, but it would have been nice to take out these draws. So that's that. And that one. 11:30. I gotta go down there. You know how to calm me down. You know how to calm me down. You know how to calm me down. All right, y'all boys. I'm about to golf. You already know the vibes. My hand's fucked up. Y'all see that shit on my thumb? And then my fingers also a little. So I was golfing, and I just had been swinging and swinging and swinging and just blister bang. And I was like, this one though, I felt like a splinter deep in my middle finger, and I was like, bro, I gotta get that shit. And I went at it with the clippers. It feels a little bit better, but at the same time, it just don't feel good. So yeah. But on that note, y'all boys, I am going to catch y'all boys later. I'm gonna go handle business. Motherfucking business. 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 Trump speaking at fucking 2. I'm willing to bet with y'all boys that we're just gonna get massive, either massive rip to the upside or a massive continuation to the downside. But we'll see. I'm gonna catch y'all boys later. Peace.